Here's an exercise, or you can take blends, you can take text, and you can use the pen tool to create some really bizarre looking three-dimensional letters. So it's kind of fun. I think you're really going to enjoy this. So let's take a look at how to go about this step by step. First, we'll look at the layers that I've used to create this, and then we'll go about and we'll check out how you guys can do this. So here are my layers. All right. So I started out with just this font. This font is Brush Script MT Italic, and you should have it on your computers. All right. I like it because it is a script font. Okay. Notice how it just kind of flows together. All right. You can do this with lines. Previously, when we've digitized text, we've done this as outline shapes, but this time what I've done is I have digitized it as a line. Okay, and this is going to be real important. Do not digitize this as a shape. Okay, you want this to be a line or else the whole thing will not work. All right, so let's take a look. I'm going to zoom in a little bit on here, and you'll notice that I have different colors. This is so I can tell where my lines start and stop, because if I try to do this all as one line, it's not going to work as well. Okay, I did not go the extra mile and put in the ellipse here. I could definitely do that though. Okay, so here you can see that all of this has been edited, and after you use the pen tool and create all of this, it really helps if you turn off the font and just look at the shapes. Okay, so here I've got some odd little dings and things like that that might need to be cleaned up. Make sure that your work is as nice as possible so that when you check out your curves, they all look just beautiful. Okay, and this will help your line work when we get to the next part of this exercise. Okay, so what I did from there, let's Control 0 and take a look now so you can see how many different letters or how many different lines I've got. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different lines in this, something like that. Okay, and then I have these shapes here. You're probably wondering what in the world they are. This is how I created this. Okay, so let's turn that off. And then I also have something that we haven't gone over, where there is a mesh tool that you can use, and using the mesh tool, you can create all kinds of crazy stuff. So let's start a new version of this. All right, I'm going to copy these two layers into a new document. All right, there's something really nice that you can do here. Paste remembers layers. So let me go back so you can see that one more time. This is up here in your layer palette. Okay, I'm going to go to the upper right corner and I'm going to say paste remembers layers. So now if I go back to that, you'll see that it is checked. Okay, so notice how I have these labeled nicely. I'm not going to insult your intelligence by redigitizing anything, but we're going to create a new font. Control new. All right, so we've been through this enough times, should not be a big deal, right? And now I'm going to come back here and I'm going to take these, and just for this purpose of demonstration, I'm going to copy these two layers. I'm going to hit Control A now because these are unlocked, right? And I'm going to copy them, Control C. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to paste that. All right. So now we don't necessarily need these guys yet. I haven't explained those to you. So let's take a minute here and recenter this. All right. And I'm going to hit V, and we've got our transform box now. So let's make this as big as possible. Okay. There we go. So now, if you had digitized your name using just the lines, right, we can turn that off for now. So let's take a look at how I created this shape. I'm going to, hello. Isn't that crazy? What the heck? Control 0. There we go. I'm back. I'm going to zoom in on this. Okay. And the way this is created is pretty fun. So let's take a look. I'm going to create an ellipse. And I am going to use my gradient. Okay. I'm going to put a gradient in the ellipse. We do not need any stroke color on here. Okay. And you guys have seen how we can change this. Now, it comes up, if you see a K here, we want to come up and make sure that we have CMYK. Okay, that's going to change our color space and it's going to give us a whole lot more options. So here we have black. If I came through here and added blue, you'll notice that some of these colors are coming up. Okay, it's not a big deal if you mix this exactly the way I do. I'm not too concerned about that. But I'm going to come over here with my selection tool and I'm going to hold down the Alt and the Shift key and then make a copy. Okay. Let's change this one and we'll do something different here. Let's double click here and once again we're going to change this to a CMYK color. And where do we go there? Let's check it out. Maybe we'll change the black to something different here. Let's go make it come up kind of a neutral color. There we go. So now we've got these two shapes. And we've worked with the blend tool, I think. So if you have not seen this before, you're going to love this. So we're going to make a blend. We're going to go up to Object, Blend, Make. Okay. And we've got all these shapes. Okay. So they kind of look like some kind of weird astrological chart. But what would happen if we went up to Blend, Blend Options, and instead of smooth color, we went to specified steps. And what if we made this something crazy like 500? Click on Preview. Check it out. Now it looks like a neon tube. All right. So we're going to say OK. So this is okay, but you know we can have all kinds of fun with this. So let's check it out and see what would happen if I click on this. I'm going to go back to my gradient tool. This is your tool over here. Here's your gradient palette, right? And I'm going to change the rotation on that to 45 degrees. Now let's see how that changes things. So now we've got something kind of funky here going. All right, let's change the rotation on this one too to 90 degrees maybe. Let's see, does that change anything? Ooh, that's kind of fun. Okay, so we're up and running. This has been a long video. I'm going to shut this one down and we're going to start again in a minute. But let's take a look at where we left off. All right, so we've got our text and we have this blended shape here that we've just created. Okay, so I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to save what we've got, Control Save, because we always need to save this. So I'm going to call this Fat Letters 3. Okay. And I'll be back in a minute.